no score, top four, runner on first with nobody out, and Fernando Tatis Jr., no doubter.
Un saludo para Roxy, gran playera.
Solo shot. Padres
ahí
go
Diosito,
up 3-0 back-to-back Jacks. 817 feet worth of dingers there.
En el
Top
día
five.
de ayer.
Padres now up 5-0 with a runner on third and one out. Manny Machado rips a liner to left field. A two-run shot puts the Padres up 7-0.
Goodbye, Charlie.
San Diego goes on to win it 7-1, your final. Braves and Dodgers opening up a set of Chavez Ravine battle of two of the top teams in the National League. Dodgers winners of 8 of 10 entering Friday. Braves trying to get that offense going early. Ronald Acuna Jr. on second and picked off by Gavin Stone. Getting the reigning MVP on that one, but Atlanta would counter later in the at-bat. Austin Riley, 449 feet to left center and gone.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Riley loves the big fly. Ninth homer, 445
vimos
plus since the
cómo
start of
fue
last season with
sorprendido en
Shohei Ohtani
segunda base.
and Ronald
El
Acuna
MVP
Jr.
Ronald
More of those. Bottom four, tied at one after a Will Smith RBI single. First batter of the inning is Oscar Hernandez, and he takes Charlie Morton deep and gone, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1 on Hernandez's seventh of the season. Remain that same score into the eighth. Ronald Acuna Jr. is at the plate. And that is a big swing and a solo home run, only his second long ball of the year, snapping a 12-game homerless streak, and we're tied at 2. We go to extras. Dodgers 0 for 3 in extra innings this season. Braves took the lead in the sack fly. Dodgers down 3-2 with a runner on second. Shohei Ohtani with his only hit of the game, and it's a big one. That's an RBI single, and the Dodgers tie this at 3. We go to the 11th. Rookie Andy Paez, chance to be the hero for L.A. Already 3 for 4 in the day. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Little blooper that finds the turf, and Will Smith jogs home, and that's your winner. Dodgers walk it off, their first extra innings win of the season, 4-3, your final over the Braves.
The Colorado Rockies trying to do something they haven't done all season. Top 6 score Ryan McMahon got all of this one. Into the Allegheny River for a solo homer, his 5th of the season. Rockies in front 1-0. They add 2 more to the inning to go up 3-0. There it is. Pirates trying to rally in the ninth, still down 3-0. Runner on second. We can send one into the Allegheny River. O'Neal Cruz crushes one to right. It's a 1-run game. On the 2-run homer.
Todo muy bien hecho y muy bonito con su pitillo metálico con todo. Les mando salud, un saludo principal al profesor Méndez y a la señora Roxy, que ganó una playera, la jugó le llaman.
Now it's over. The Colorado Rockies trying to do something they haven't done all season. Top 6 no score. Ryan McMahon got all of this one. Into the Allegheny River for a solo homer, his 5th of the season. Rockies in front 1-0. They add 2 more in the inning to go up 3-0. There it is. Splashdown. Pirates trying to rally in the ninth, still down 3-0. Runner on second. We can send one into the Allegheny River. O'Neal Cruz crushes one to right. It's a 1-run game on the 2-run homer. Cruz's 4th this season. There it is, splashdown. 2 batters later, Pirates down to their final strike. Jalen Beeks facing Jared Triolo. Got him! Rockies hang on 3-2, and in the process secured their first wire-to-wire win this season. They had trailed in 31 straight games.
Back wins after losing 5 straight, visiting the Diamondbacks. They'll be getting some offensive help soon, reportedly, in Luis Ariz, but they didn't need that on Friday. No score, top 4, runner on first with nobody out, and Fernando Tatis Jr., a no-doubter. He was 3 for 5 with a homer and 3 RBI. Next batter, Jake Cronenworth, a solo shot, and the Padres go up 3-0 back-to-back Jacks.
817 feet worth of dingers there. Top five. Padres now up 5-0 with a runner on third and one out. Manny Machado rips a liner to left field. A 2-run shot puts the Padres up 7-0. And San Diego goes on to win it 7-1, your final.
Astros sending out Ronel Blanco, who's 3-0 with a 1.65 ERA.
Vamos a ver cómo está el hombre Ronald Blanco. Vamos a ver.
Nobody on. 2 outs, 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Oh, and Blanco wants that pitch back. Polanco solo homer. 1-0 lead for Seattle.
Adiós. Bye, Charlie. Ahí Blanco que sí hicieron.
For Dylan Moore. And into the Crawford boxes in left. 2-run homer off of Blanco. He wants that pitch back, too. Up 3-1.
Bye, Charlie. Hasta la vista.
And they're going to get one defensively. Jeremy Pena. Go get it, young fella. Oh, yeah. Into the stands. Look at the effort by the Gold Glover. Yeah, how about that? Astros with an opportunity to build off that momentum in the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cal Raleigh tries to pick off Pena at third. It's a 1-run game. And Houston takes advantage. Next batter, tied at 3. Runner on third, 2 outs. Jose Altuve, sneaky, lays down the bunt. Jake Myers scores. Houston up 4-3. Add another run to cap a 4-run 7th. Ryan Presley looking to maintain the lead in the 8th. Gets in a jam. Runners on second and third. 1 out. Mitch Haniger pops out to Kyle Tucker in 3 of their last 16 games, including 6 straight wins at home. Alec Boehm, also red hot. 15-game hitting streak. Opening up a series against the Giants. Stay hot, kid. Bottom 3 extends his hitting streak to 16 games, and that plate's a run. Phillies make it a 1-run game, down 2-1. Boehm batting a robust 469, 21 RBIs during his career-long 16-game hitting streak. 2 batters later, bases loaded, Brandon Marsh. Plates a pair, Phillies up 3-2. Marsh's first hit with the bases loaded this season, coming up clutch. Bottom 4, Phillies still up 3-2. 3-2 pitch to Harper, ball 4, Tom Murphy off his glove. And Trey Turner scores all the way from second. Gets in there. He's safe. However, he leaves the game after this with a sore left hamstring. Heading to the 9th, Phillies still on top 4-3. Jose Alvarado. It's Wilmer Flores. And the Phillies extend their home winning streak 7 in a row. First team in the Bigs to reach 22 wins this season, and they improved to 14-3 in their last 17 after starting the season 8-8.
AL East leading Baltimore Orioles in Cincinnati, where the rain created a 2-hour and 40-minute rain delay in the Natty to start this one out. O's took 3 of 4 from the Yanks. Currently lead the majors in homers and runs. Adley Rutschman looking to help his team get some more runs. No score top 7. Rutschman lines it to deep right center. Jake Fraley just misses. Jorge Mateo scores, and the O's are up 1-0. Rutschman's only hit of the game, but that got the scoring started for the Orioles. Ryan O'Hearn, deep to right center, a 2-run shot. And the Orioles have a 3-0 lead on O'Hearn's 5th of the season. Craig Kimbrell, an opportunity to preserve the shutout in the 9th. It's still a 3-0 game. First batter is Will Benson. And he goes down swinging. Jonathan India, just looking at that. And then Ellie De La Cruz, right down the pike, and just sitting there, holding his bat. And the Orioles win it 3-0. And only
Juan Soto gets on base. In fact, entering this game, having reached base safely in 10 straight games, opening up a series against the Tigers. First AB, not going to make it on base there. Double play, 0 for 1. Grounded out in his next AB to go 0 for 2. Now here in the 6th, goes down swinging. 0 for 3, 10-game on-base streak in jeopardy. Bottom 8, 3-1 pitch. Thought it was ball 4, but it's called a strike. And Soto can't believe it. Next pitch, and that's not going to get it done. Flies out to shallow left to end the inning. Soto 0 for 4. Fails to reach base safely for the first time since April 22nd. Teammates pick me up. Bottom 9, down 1-0. Yanks threatening. Runners on first and second. No outs for Giancarlo Stanton. Rips one to right. All the way to the wall. Aaron Judge scores, and we are tied at 1. Drama in the Bronx.
El gran
Winning run 90 feet away. Anthony Rizzo,
dormido
can you be a hero?
lo contrataron.
Through the drawn in infield, Alex Verdugo, you go on home.
De vez en
Walk me off. The
cuando que
Yankees win
pega ahí.
2-1.
Es
Their first walk-up
cuando
of the
la
season.
agarra, mis
New York's
amigos.
first 8 innings, 2 hits in the ninth, 4
Cuando la
hits. They earned
agarra.
their 9th comeback win of the year. Continues. Introduced the rally sausage last week, and to be frank, Minnesota's winning. Riding their rally sausage to 10 straight wins, opening up a series at home against the Red Sox. A win here would give them their longest winning streak since 2006. Bottom 3, no score. Man on third, 2 outs for Edward Julian. Through the left side, Willie Castro scores. Twins take a 1-0 lead. They celebrate home runs with an actual piece of meat. Fast forward to the bottom of the 7th. Men on first and second. Castro lays down a bunt. Reese McGuire throws it away. Austin Martin scores 2-0 Twins. And they're not done. That's what the power of the rally sausage does. It keeps going. It gives you the power. After a bases-loaded walk to make it 3-0, a few batters later, bases juiced. 1 out for Ryan Jeffers. 2 more runs score. Come on down. Twins take a 5-0 lead. Oh, Jeffers, he likes sausage.
Muy efusivo el jugador.
Red Sox cut the deficit to 3 going into the 9th. Yohan Duran looking to close this game out, secure the Twins' 11th straight win. Red Sox down to their final strike. See ya! 103 to Dom Smith. High heat. Deal with that. Twins.
La mejor manera de acabar el juego. Ponchando al rival. Adiós.
Summer sausage is delightful. You ever had it with some a charcuterie board? Oh, it's nice. So is an 11-game winning streak. Longest winning streak since 2006. They're a whole new ball club. Their offense has gone from bland to robust. Look at this. They're averaging more than 7 runs per game. Run differential, plus 43. 330.
Mets and Rays opening up a series on the Florida Gulf Coast. Mets coming off an extra innings win on Thursday. Looking to go back-to-back in the win department for the first time since April 19th and 20th. Off to a hot start here. Top 2 no score. 2 outs with 2 on. Brett Beatty. That's a 3-run homer. His second of the season. Mets take a 3-0 lead. Harold Ramirez tried to find the ball. Couldn't find the ball. And that's all right for the Mets because it's over his head and out for a home run. Jose Quintana on the mound for New York coming on the
de esos jonrones curiosos que se presentan en todas las temporadas en el estadio de Tampa Bay.
Former Met Rosario with an RBI, and it's 4-3. 3 batters later, it's 5-3 after a sac fly. Johnny DeLuca driving it to left center field. That's a base knock. 2 more come in. It's 7-3. DeLuca's first game of the season coming off a broken hand off the injured list already with 3 RBI here. 2 batters later, Andy Diaz knocks one to right. That'll bring in another. Rays put up 5 runs in the 4th to take an 8-3 lead. Quintana, 2 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 earned runs. That's the most earned runs allowed in a start for him since June of 2019. Bottom 4, Rays still up 8-3. Nobody on with 1 out. Randy Arozarena makes it 9-3 on his 4th homer of the season. That's not an 0 for 12 biscuit for Arozarena. Top 5. Runners on. Mets trying to rally here. Down 9-4. First and second with 2 outs. Lindor deep to right center. Off the wall. Here come 2 runs scoring. Lindor's going to end up standing on second with a double, and the Mets have cut it to 9-6. Next batter, Pete Alonso attacking the first ball he sees. He sends that out for an RBI double. Lindor scores. Mets tack on 4 in the 5th, and now it's a 2-run game at 9-7. Alonso snapping an 0-for-19 stretch there. Beatty hoping for some late-game heroics, down 9-7. Nobody on with 1 out. A no-doubter to right, and the Mets are down 10-8. First career multi-homer game for Beatty. Second with 2 outs. Hasta la vista, pelotita. Chasing, and the Rays.
Manager Craig Counsell facing his former team for the first time. Battle for first place in the NL Central. Brewers an MLB best 12-4 on the road this season. Chicago an MLB best 10-3 at home this season. And Hayden Wesneski feeling right at home at the friendly confines. Second start of the season, Wisniewski struck out 8 over 6 1/3 shutout innings. His first quality start since May of last year. His ERA drops to .54 this season. Get him some run support. Bottom 6, still no score. 2 outs, full count to Christopher Morel. Deep to center, and that's gone. Back-to-back games with a homer for Morel. Cubs up 1-0.
Goodbye, Charlie.
To that 1-0 lead. Top 8. Craig Counsell bringing in Adbert Alzolay to try and preserve the lead. Cubs are 2-5 this season. Bringing in Alzolay up 1 or tied. Runner on second, 1 out. William Contreras. Base knock. Jackson Churio scores. We are tied at 1. 2 batters later. 2 outs for Willy Adames. Shoots that up the middle. That gets through. Contreras scores 2-1 Milwaukee. Next batter, Jake Bowers dunks a single into center off of Alzolay. Adames scores. Brewers up 3-1. They're going to win by that score. Counsell having regrets about his decision in the 8th. Brewers 13-4 on the road this season. Best in the bigs. 8-2 in their last 10 against the NL Central. Breaking news out of Major League Baseball. The San Diego Padres are close to acquiring 2-time All-Star Luis Arraez from the Miami Marlins. In return, they're sending a package of prospects to Miami. The trade is pending medical review, but is expected to be finalized soon. And the Padres just get another bat in their lineup. I mean, they've got so many offensive weapons in that lineup. And now you add a guy like Luis Arraez, who has won 2 straight batting titles, once with the Minnesota Twins in 2022, and then last year with the Marlins when he batted .354. Right now batting .299. Got a long way to go to catch the batting average leader in Major League Baseball. That's Mookie Betts, who's having another MVP year. Alec Boehm right behind him, as is Stephen Kwan. But another bat for the San Diego Padres in that really, really robust lineup in San Diego. And for more, welcome in former Marlins president David Samson. David, you have been tracking this deal in the last hour here. Luis Arraez headed to San Diego. What does this mean for the Padres?
Well, for the Padres, it means they get a lot of flexibility in their infield with Arraez, who can play first base, second base. Remember, they moved Bogarts to second base, signed him to that huge 11-year deal. He's been mediocre with occasional doses of terrible. But that said, they have a deep lineup. They traded Soto, who was making 30, and they bring in Arraez, who's making 10.6. So they're moving money around, and they're making a decision early to see if they can try to catch the Dodgers, but they could still turn into sellers before the deadline.
All right, so when you take a look at the Padres and where they're at second in the NL West, certainly a chance to catch the Dodgers as we're just a month into the season. When you look at Luis Arraez and his ability to DH and play the infield, and you look at how San Diego has played over the last couple seasons, this move for them, it really says, and not that they'd already have been, but this signals to your fan base from A.J. Preller, hey, we're all in. We're going to go get a bat even way before the trade deadline.
I don't know, Dermish. To be all in, I think you keep Soto, but we know they couldn't do that because they had to lower their payroll, because they had an irresponsibly high payroll last year. To me, this trade doesn't make sense from the Padres standpoint because they're taking on, we haven't seen yet, but I would bet you that the Padres are taking 5/6 of the $10 million salary. And what I mean by that is there's about 5 months left in the season. So they're taking on over $8 million, which means the Marlins are shedding that amount of payroll. So when you buy early, you are not telling your clubhouse you're all in. You're telling your clubhouse, hey, we're going to give you a little rocket fuel here, and let's see what you do with it. But you still have got a lot of time before the actual trade dedeadline where you can change your course.
Yeah, but I also,
for the Marlins, of course.
Yeah, but hold on, David. I'm not. Again, I'm not an executive. You helped the team win a World Series. But I feel like doing this now, though, compared to waiting to the trade deadline, there's value here. Because I know you give up a package of prospects, but if Luis Arraez goes to the trade deadline, you might be asking for way more than what you're talking about right now. This feels like a value deal for San Diego. No?
Well, they gave up 4 prospects. 3 of them may be in their top 10, depending on which list you want to look at or how you evaluate the players. For me, when you're doing a trade this early in May, this is not an indication that you're rewarding your clubhouse. That happens a little later on this summer. This is not an indication that you're happy with your clubhouse or upset with it. It's an indication that you're trying to help your team now, but you're telling them you've got to make this stick. And I just don't think the Padres are good enough to make this stick. I think it's a really interesting move by the Padres to do this, and their ownership willing to take on this money is surprising to me, if not shocking to me.
Well, they want to compete in the NL West. There's 3 wild card teams, get 1 wild card berth. The Marlins are probably not going to get a wild card berth. They're one of the worst teams in all baseball, 2nd worst in the National League behind only Colorado. But this move is also significant for them because they've had some changes in their front office. So this move for them is important as well as they look towards the future already sitting here in May.
Yeah, there's people already misunderstanding this deal from the Marlins standpoint. The Marlins thought coming off the playoffs last year, they didn't add any major free agents, only Tim Anderson. The thought was last year was a bit of an anomaly. They did so well in 1-run games. They got themselves to the first round, but they did not get the increase in revenue that they would have hoped for with more season ticket holders. Their TV deal is up in the air with the bankruptcy of the regional sports network Diamond. So for them, if they weren't going to start quickly, they were going to quickly go into this mode where cutting payroll became a necessity. The fact that they were able to get actual players from the Padres and then on top of that, save the money, that does make it a good deal, though I know Marlins fans don't want to hear it. But this season just simply wasn't going to happen. And frankly, starting as badly as they did almost gave the front office a pass from a PR standpoint to make a trade like this.
Well, they make a deal sending Luis Arraez to San Diego for a package of prospects. Luis Arraez expected to DH, a 2-time batting champion in both the American League and the National League. David Sampson